This is a look at the ioShutter app. This is the Pro version and it works on the iPod, iPad, and iPhone. And this is on the iPad, the first version of the iPad. Alright, so when you open the app, it looks like this, and a nice simple layout. First, going over your controls up top here, you can see if any of the triggering options are currently activated, which none are. Looking at this shutter button a little bit, when you just press it down, if no trigger options are selected on the top, if you just press this button once, it'll trigger your camera. And if you pull it down halfway, it'll engage the focus and let go, it'll take a picture. And if you drag it to the bottom, it'll stick there and be a rapid fire mode until you press it to the top again. So that works nice too if you just want to be able to trigger your camera without actually touching it if you have a really slow shutter speed or something. And they also have really nice help screens. Here there's the help screen on just the default. Tells you what everything does. And for example, if I open this here side bar to get the triggering options, if I press the help again, it'll be a different set of help. So they've done a good job of making it easy to use. And then here, that'll set you up to purchase the cable you need to use with the app. And then the last button here, just some info about ioShutter. Alright, so taking a look at the different triggering options. Here you have timer, bulb, time-lapse, sound, and shake. So timer, you have the option of setting a timer, trigger the camera in 6 seconds, or schedule it, trigger the camera on 8th of April at 12:02, for example. And then to turn on this option, the timer, for example, if it was a 6-second timer, you have to turn it on and then click save, and then you can see the timer is now highlighted. So when you press the start button, it'll count down and then trigger your camera after the timer is up. And we'll look at these other ones too. Bulb keeps your camera shutter open for a certain amount of seconds, and it can be or hours. If you want to take a picture of the night sky or a city skyline or something, is a good use for the bulb. Time-lapse, for making time-lapses, you can set the shutter interval, how often it will take a picture, and then duration, how long it's going to take pictures for. So if you want to do a half-hour time-lapse, you can set it here. Alright, and sound. There's some nice settings in the sound. You can set how sensitive you want it to be, which is nice because now just when I'm talking, you can see it's registering this loud. So if there's a lot of background noise, you can set it up so it's fairly high so that it doesn't get triggered by, for example, talking. It'll need something like a clap to trigger the camera. And delay controls how long to go before the app is armed. If it makes noise setting up your camera, you want to set the delay up a bit. Duration is how long the noise has to happen before it will actually trigger the camera. So if we set a delay of 2 seconds, the noise will have to be above this mark for 2 seconds, and then it'll trigger the camera. No repeat is quite nice because a camera shutter actually goes quite high. I'll show you how it. So testing the sound shutter, 0 seconds. That's a nice feature to have because if we turn this on, you can see what happens if it is at 0, and even if it's at a medium level, the camera ends up triggering the app. There you can see it's going crazy because the camera is triggering the app. You can see here that the camera shutter sound goes way up here. So if we hit the speed no repeat for 1 second, let's make it 2 seconds and save. Now we see we don't. Now we don't have that. Now we don't have that problem. If we're really quiet, there, now you can see it isn't triggering. But if we talk, it'll go every 2 seconds. So that's how that one works. It can be fairly sensitive and catch quiet sounds, which is why you need that no repeat, because on quiet sounds the camera would trigger the app again and again and again. Alright, so turn this off. Shake, again we have a bunch of options here. When this is on, you can activate any of the axes here. activate all, we'll turn them all on, or you can just turn off a couple if you don't want the sides or the up and down. And when it is activated, you can see them blink and it says that it gets activated. So that's a nice little feature there. And then again, we can do the intensity, how much shaking you need before the app is activated, delay, how long before the app is armed, and shake duration, how long it has to shake before it'll trigger the app or the camera, and then it'll repeat again, same thing as the sound, so it doesn't repeat for a certain amount of seconds. And that's it. Quick look at the ioShutter Pro. If you want to read the full in-depth review, head over to TogTech.com.